lot of animals we will be seeing in here today. Now we never see every animal every trip. It's impossible because they're in and out of the forest. They're in and out of the high grasses, but we will be seeing a lot of them. I see an animal right from here. Look right over top of that truck. See him? Right there is a bongo. In East Africa, they call those guys ghosts of the forest because they really ever see them. And the reason is they feed up, go someplace, lay down, shoot their cuds. They're always close by, but a little bit out of sight lots of times. But what they're doing now, feeding up, they might not see them yet. You look right on down, all the way down, that's a Greater Kudu way down on the left side. That is the second tallest animal. So you got the bongos right here, Greater Kudu on down, and right here on the right you got okapi. See the black animal with the white stripes? Okapi. Now a lot of people think okapis are in the zebra family with those markings, but they're not. They're in the giraffe family. They got a head and neck like a giraffe. They got a long tongue to strip the leaves off the trees, and they were late founded also in 1901 in the western world. Very late founded animal. Okay, we're headed down by the water hole now, see if we can't find a black rhino. They have been poached in Africa in such great numbers. There's less than 5,000 remaining today. They're very interesting animals. They weigh about 3,000 pounds, charging 35 miles an hour. Now, what's really interesting about them, there's one, he's got the wrong end to it. You see him right there? They got a narrow pointed mouth. They cannot graze on grass like other animals do. They go along, they'll snip the little limbs and leaves off the trees. They can pick anything up in the air. They can eat hay and stuff like that, but they can't graze on grasses. Now, their buddy, the white rhino's the opposite. They're about 2,000 pounds heavier, and they are grass grazers. They got a big wide mouth, and we might see this my first trip around today in here. I've been up there working someplace else, so we might see a white rhino. Their travels in here today. They got a big wide mouth, so hopefully we'll find one. Let's get on over to the Safi River now. Now the Safi River has one of Africa's largest animals and the most dangerous animal in Africa, and it is the hippo. Now hippos weigh about 5,000 pounds. They spend most of their time underneath the water because they have no other means to pull their large bodies down. Once they get down underneath, they hold their breath and stay there 7 to 8 minutes. And when they come out and feed at night along the riverbanks, they consume about 80 pounds of grass each. And when they're younger born, they'll weigh about 85 pounds. Here's two out, look right down here. Even though this is a cool day, right? You see how they're turning pink a little bit? Their body temperature is rising from what it was when they come out and lay there. That's why they stay in the water. That's why they're not a water animal. They have no way of cooling down their bodies like you or I or other animals, so they have no choice but to stay in that water. Today's a pretty cool day, and they are coming out a little bit. That's why when they go feed at night someplace, they have to be back before the sunrise in the morning to control their body temperatures. See, right back to the island. They like that depth of water right there, if possible. That's what they really like. But they are good swimmers if they get deep water, but it's kind of easier on them if they're in the shallower water. Now, the birds on the island are pink-backed pelicans. They do not have that pink back right now. They get it right during their mating season. Okay, now right around this corner, we're going to be going across a real old bridge. You look over on the left, when we get up on this bridge, we're going to see Nile crocodiles. Now, I don't know how many is going to be out of the water, so a lot of times the water's warmer than the air. Let's check it out. Oh, there's several up there. See them? Now, they have 2,000 pounds per square inch of jaw pressure. No matter where they bite down on their prey, it will crush all the bone in that one particular area. They're very, very powerful, they are. They run about 10 miles an hour out of the water. They're faster in the water than they are out. So they got that tail to switch back and forth and get them going really fast. Okay, we're going to another area now that's got an altogether different ecosystem, different animals. Let's get on over there and look around. Right around this corner, you look down the road on the right, you're going to see a very large tree, and it's called the baobab tree. And 9 months out of the year, this tree will go with no leaves at all, and it holds a lot of water in its trunk to get it through the severe drought they have in East Africa. And you're going to see a lot more of these trees right in our travels here today. In fact, over by the elephants, you'll see a few of those trees over there. You get this is the savanna. Now the savanna sticks out in the Serengeti grassland. As you can see, a lot of grasses right here, and it does bring a lot of animals out of the forest. The ordinary might not see. There's a giraffe walking along way over. I see some wildebeests over there. Let's look around and see what we can find. You see how the trees are all umbrella shaped? That comes from the giraffes that come through here several times of every day. They reach up at 18 to 20 feet in the air, and they prune the trees, and they do a really good job pruning because it lets the light on down through to the ground, makes the grasses grow. And then when the rest of your animals come along in here and graze, there's plenty of food for everyone. I don't see any animals in here. They must be on the other side or someplace. So just look around all over. Okay, let's look right here and see if we see some wild dogs. A lot of times you'll see them right along in here. Wild dogs are the greatest hunter on the savannah. Right here beside of us. Look right here. See them? They're better hunters than the large cats. You know why? Because they run in packs. 5 to 15 in the pack. Now the female, alpha female, makes sure there's enough in that pack at all times for their breeding practices. She usually has about 7 pups a year, but she can have 18 to 20 in that same year. Now they're very interesting dogs. They got 4 toes. They don't have 5 toes like our dogs or the wolves. They got 4 toes only. They eat 1/3 of their body weight when they do eat. They don't even bark like dogs. They sound like birds. You go by there and they're kind of out there raising cane a little bit. So you think you're going by a flock of birds. That's what they sound like. You see these termite mounds coming up. I don't mention if there's animals around, but nothing's around here. These termite mounds are made from the termite saliva. Now they take their saliva and they mix it with 2 things, dirt and dung, and they go up really fast. Now there's thousands of termites in one mound. Now once they get them built, the sun bakes on them, makes them hard as concrete, and the elephants use them for scratching boots till after a while. They wear very thin and they will crumble down. Now you see a lot of animals over here. You see those wildebeest? You know the largest migration that takes place in the world is when the wildebeest cross Africa, because there's 1,500,000 cross there every year. Now that's when the crocodiles have their big feast at that same time, but it doesn't put a dent in the population of wildebeest any. It just comes, that tallies about 1,500,000 every year. They're white-bearded wildebeest. You can't look underneath their chin when you get up here a little closer. You'll see that white beard there. Right in back of the wildebeest, I see some animals off there to the right. They are a couple calves. There are Patterson elands, and they're the largest antelopes in Africa. Remember way back there we seen the second tallest antelope in Africa, the greater kudu. These are the largest antelopes in Africa. They're straight back of wildebeest right there. Patterson elands. Little guys with a black stripe along the side of them. They are springbuck. Now springbucks got their name spring because they do just what it says. They bounce along on all 4 feet at the same time, and all of a sudden they can spring up in the air 10 feet. They jump so far they can get right up over the hood of this truck. That's how far they can jump up in the air. Now here's some giraffes. You might even see a baby giraffe through here, don't know. But anyway, there's 7 different breeds of giraffes on the continent. These are the Maasai's. Now they got 7 vertebrae in their neck, the same as you and I do, 7 vertebrae, 18 to 20 feet tall, and they weigh about 2,000 pounds. Now giraffes eat 20 hours out of the day. You look, you'll see about everyone chewing the cuts. See that? All valuable time to them. Now they only sleep about 30 minutes in a 24-hour period, and they do sleep standing up. When they're young or born, they are 6 feet tall, date of birth. They're pretty interesting animals, really. Very seldom you see a giraffe laying down because they can be under attack when they're laying down or drinking water, either one, but they got to drink the water. They're very awkward getting up and down out of those positions. It's either eating or chewing their cuts. 20 hours out of the day, those jaws are moving. A lot. Okay, we're going to get through this opening, see if we see a couple different things. We might see a male elephant over here on the right. And I don't know about mandrill monkeys. They don't like cool weather at all. So we're going to look, though. I see a young male right here. Young male elephant. You know, it's very common to see a male elephant by himself because that's how they'll travel a lot of times. They'll travel either all alone or they'll join another group of males to travel in. I did see a mandrill monkey over in back of that bushes right there. Just a tail end of one went. in the bush. He's over on the back side of the bushes right now. He might be coming down on the wall now. I just see him. See him going in the bushes through here? There's a couple in there. Now this male elephant sees a young one. He's got to be at least 13. I'll tell you a little bit. He's a kick-out. And I'll tell you why he's a kick-out. Mother elephants keep their young around for 13 to 15 years. Well, during that time, she'll teach them all what's going on. In fact, next to the humans, they keep their youngest around the longest. But she'll teach them where water holes are, feeding areas, and she'll keep right on going, everything. But they'll keep them right long, at least 13 to 15 years. And then if it's a boy, they'll kick him out of the herd. And if it's a girl, they keep them in the herd. That's a fact. If it's a boy, they're gone. Now, it's very common to see male herds, 14, 12, 14, 15 in the herd. All male elephant herds. Very common to see that. We're going to head for elephant country over here and see what we can find. We'll be over here in just a second. Bridge closed. Okay, we get out around this corner here. We're going to head over an old bridge. It's a temporary bridge. You kids back here might want to cross your fingers. Maybe your parents want to hold on to your kids, whatever. But let's take it a little easy on here. Look at it. Don't look good, does it? Not at all. Take it a little bit easy. Hey, watch it, guys. Oh, these smokes are gone, everybody. Whoa. Wait, get off of there. Wow. Hey, which one of you kids back here didn't cross your fingers, huh? Aha, one of you did. Okay, we're going down around the corner through a clay pit right now. And you know when elephants travel, they actually look for clay, and if they find a pit in their travels, they'll hang around for several days, and they'll eat about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of clay a day for the chemistry their body needs. See how they take their tusks, dig it out of the side? That's exactly what they do. All right, there's a mother elephant right there. There's some no stop there. We go along a bit slow. Stop on down below. I told you about the mother elephants keeping their young around all that time. Next to the humans, that's the longest. Well, they teach them a lot of things during that time. They're very good to each other. They take care of each other's calves. Also, they hold their pregnancy for 22 months. Long time. Now, they eat about 300 pounds every day as adults. Drink about 30 gallons of water. They live to be a good old age, too. About 70 years old they live to be. A lot of little ones in here. You're going to see, if we see quite a few elephants here. Notice there's one's got a baby right over there in the center. You see the one on the right towards the baobab tree, the one right next to it is its sister. Right next to the mom. Not the one way over. Not the one way over to the baobab tree, but the one right next to its mother. You see the little guy? It's hard to see him. He's underneath. You might see him from down below pretty good by the tree. He's a little fella. In fact, he's probably maybe 1.5 months old right now. Now that mother way over with the one tusk, see it right there? Nursing right now. That one with the one tusk, 2 of those are hers. 2 of the big ones. She did a really good job. You might see it again down here. They're scared of honeybees, elephants are, and the conservation team went over to all where the croplands are. They put a honeybee hive fencing, taught the farmers at the same time. It's keeping the elephants out of the crops. Farmers are harvesting the honey, and it's a win-win situation. You see the little guy right there now. Now the one towards us, the elephant towards us, belongs to the one tusk mom right there. And the one next to the mother, that's hers and the little one. Okay, here's the greater flamingos. These are the lightest pink of all the flamingo families. They get their color from their diet, which are little briny shrimp and other little creatures on the bottom that produce keratin. And that keratin is what makes the pink in their feathers. If they didn't get that keratin, they'd just be a white bird, and no big deal. When they're born white, they just remain white their entire life. Okay, we're heading over to East Savannah now. The forest over here is very thick. This is like the bush of Africa in this place. See what we can find in here. A lot of times, I don't know if that don't look like that water's riled up too much right there, but white rhinos will get in there and they make a mess out of themselves in that pit right there. But it don't look like nothing's been in there right now. So let's look along in there. A lot of forest. Hopefully there'll be some white rhinos out around. I don't know. Here comes Big Bird. Look at here. This is an ostrich right there, folks. Largest flightless bird in the world, but you know what? They run 40 miles an hour and their eggs weigh just about 3 pounds. It takes 33 chicken eggs to make one ostrich egg. I'll show you some eggs. They're down further. A lot of times you see cheetahs along here too. Right up through here you'll see cheetahs, and we turn the corner along our left here, it's just hard to tell. They get up in that forest or in the center right here, and it's very, very hard to even see them. There's a couple. See them? Their heads are right up right now. See them? Right there they are. 60 miles an hour. They can run 70, 72, but they like that 60 mile an hour. It's very comfortable. They can only do it for just about 200 feet, and then they have to stop because their heart gets beating so fast and their body heats up. So they kind of lay out of it right there at about 200 feet. At 60 miles an hour. Imagine that. They usually got what they want, but 200 feet anyway. Because that's pretty fast, 60 miles an hour. Okay, we're going to head over to Colpy's now, and the Colpy's is a large island of rock that stick out in the savannah where the lions hang out. Now, lions live around 18 to 20 hours out of the day because they are night hunters, and when they go hunting at night, most of the time, it is the female that does the hunting. Let's take a look, see if we see any along in here. It's hard to tell.
I just went.
Maybe on the other side, nothing over here.
They're probably sleeping. Because I've seen them.
I wish we could see some white rhinos. Here's one right here. Look right here. I gotta hurry up and get down here. Look right to your right where this dirt road is. A great big old white rhino just went across right here. Right there he is. Look at him. Now those little reddish brown animals right there were meat animals. They poached them for meat and hides. Put them on the black market. There's your Grant zebras. They have so much power in their hindquarters. One